Well, welcome to another good form preview for Tabcorp Park Melton's meeting on Saturday night. Baker, one thing I love about there's lots I love about the Trots, but one thing I really love is that you can go through a Vic Bred Super Series and there's no decline. You pick up these meetings for the weekend and they're just outstanding. So we've got two Tatlow Stakes for the 2-year-old colts and geldings and also the fillies. Our Maestro Free For All, something about Maori Trotters Free For All. And the great thing about the Trotters and Paces feature races this weekend, you take out one big gun or two big guns and you get very, very deep even races, but that's enough philosophising from me. Let's go to the Tatlow Stakes for the 2-year-old colts and geldings. This isn't a leg of the quaddy, it's race 4, but it's a terrific little race. Cruises a horse on the way up. Blue Moon Rising's got big raps. Our Little General's drawn poorly. Which way are you headed?
It is a really exciting race. I'm with Blue Moon Rising. It's hard to be against him. I think based on the whispers more than anything, you're one that's been purporting it for the last couple of days that it could be Shane Tritton's best 2-year-old. Blue Moon Rising, of course, he won a good 2-year-old race in the Vic Bred Super Series with Tingira Beach. So if he's better than Tingira Beach, he should be winning here. Blue Moon Rising got the draw. He should be able to kick up and be very hard to beat. Cruz is the interesting runner. He's only had 2 starts. Both of those races are really strong form lines. There's winners coming out of them left, right and centre, but it's just a tough draw against the absolute big guns at start number 3. Excited to see how he goes, but not sure if he can win. Our Little General's Mr. Consistent. He couldn't quite get Tingira Beach in the Vic Bred Super Series, but he's honest, he'll be there somewhere. And maybe an Our Uncle Sam or a Jillaby Kung Fu are in the mix for your placings, but it does look the pole marker's race to lose.
I think you're right. You're sticking with Tingira Beach, aren't you?
We'll go Tingira. I don't know. It's Tingira. Who really wins?
I'm with Blue Moon Rising as well. I think he leads and wins. But Our Little General, the major danger, I would have thought pretty obviously. First leg of the quaddy is the Our Maestro Free For All. This is a terrific little race. You've been waxing lyrical about it this morning already, saying what a good race it is. I thought I found one here in Metro Mike because I think he gets the front off Yaya's hotspot. How did you read the race?
I thought there'd be a lot of pressure. There's 4 or 5 horses that may want to get to the breeze at some stage in this race, so I thought they'd go quickly. Yaya's hotspot will certainly get across Classy Western, you'd think, at the start, and then it's going to be on. A horse like Metro Mike will be going forward. 5-star Anvil has gate speed. MacTerra Lad could potentially go forward if they chose to. Probably not here, but depending on how the start plays out. And then you've got Presidential Secret. I've Got a Life. They can both make mid-race moves if required. So under those auspices, I ended up sticking with Chili Palmer. I thought he was much better second up from a break. He did a really good job to run home late in good sectionals. He's a very smart horse at his best. He's clearly the best horse in the field. So for me, a little bit of value, Chili Palmer. The obvious danger, I've Got a Life. Based on his last 2 wins, he should be winning. I mean, he's been enormous. It is a step up in grade, though, over the 22.40. A couple of little concerns there, but he's right in the mix. And then you've got a host of others. Your Metro Mikes, Presidential Secrets. Even MacTerra Lad could be somewhere in the mix. But for me, Chili Palmer each way.
Really good race. Really very, very good race. Probably 5 or 6 key winning hopes, I would have thought there. And you've outlined most of them. Baker, race 6 is the Tatlow Stakes for the 2-year-old fillies. This is a bigger field than for the boys. And probably, a tougher race potentially. I thought Soho Angel when the draw first came out. Speed maps are going to be interesting. Eliza Dushku, of course, has got a really big reputation. Got a couple off the second line too. You sticking with Soho Angel, or have you changed your mind a little bit?
There's probably not much between them on raw ability. Maybe Elijah Dushku has more raw ability, but at start number 2, she was a bit flat after a brilliant debut win. So she has the wraps, she has good gate speed. I wouldn't be surprised if she got across them at the start. And if that's the case, she's going to give them something to catch. But Soho Angel's been there and done that through the season. She's probably got the toughness about her now at this point of the season that she can certainly beat Eliza Dushku. There's probably not a lot between them. Outside of those, Perfect Sense hasn't done anything wrong. She's right there. Jiggy Rhythm, there's a couple. Miss Dangerfield's an improving filly, but he's going to be big odds. But yep, for me, Soho Angel and Elijah Dushku, hard to split.
Before its debut, Vince Fallong was pretty bullish about All Done Up too, so don't know if we can win this race, but it's certainly, I think, a horse with ability, a filly with ability. The 3rd leg of the quaddy is something about Maori Trotters Free For All, named after one of the greats, and there's another terrific event. I haven't really worked out my thoughts on it 100% yet. I think you said before with the pacing race, there's going to be a lot of horses wanting to be in the breeze. Well, similar situation here, I think. Super Zek on Thunder Road, Claudia's Princess, Elegant Image, they're all going to want to get on their bike. Who have you gone with?
I thought there's probably a race in 2 to my eye, but I thought they put up silly odds about Claudie's Princess. She opened $7 with tab fixed odds. That's gone. She's into 6 at the minute, and I wouldn't be surprised if that shortened even more. She just doesn't know how to run a bad race. I know she's drawn awkwardly. I think they'll probably jag at the start, and I think there will be speed on, as you mentioned, and if that's the case, I think she'll be getting home over the top of them. But on Thunder Road, he's Mr. Consistent. He does everything right. He can go to the breeze. He'll keep on kicking. Won a similar race to this here last time, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was winning. And then you're outside to horses like Super Zek, who found his best form last time and could certainly win if you reproduce that, and maybe a horse like Kai Valley Blue who'll be running on, but he just struggles to win.
And the last look at the quaddie, just quickly, the ride, the Redwood Rattler Pace. Make sure you book your ticket for the Redwood Rattler heading to Maryborough for their feature program coming up pretty soon. Beresari, I just love Beresari. I know she's drawn inside the second line. I think she probably just wins, but you think it's a little bit more open than that?
Yeah, I think she can be turned over. She's a very good mare, and I too do have a soft spot for her, but just the awkward draw in a really tough race against the boys. I thought Lucky Lombo is airborne at the minute. Through that Vic Bred Super Series, he could not have performed any better. He's racing really well, and at big odds, our missionary man, he should have gone close to winning last time, so forget the duck egg, he had no luck, and he absolutely bolted in the start before, so he may have turned a little corner, and if you're getting big odds about him, I'd be throwing him into your quaddie as well.
And before we let you go, just very quickly in that race too, because that's one of the features too, the Winter Trotters Cup, are you a Blue Sky Commander man or a Sky Petite man?
I'm not too sure. Probably Blue Sky Commander, the boy versus the girl, but in saying that, she's very, very good.
Yeah, Best Drive might win that race. I'll probably stick with Blue Sky Commander. I've got a big opinion of that young trotter. Thanks so much for joining us for the Good Form preview for Tabcorp Park Melton. Another amazing weekend. Black's a fake weekend up at Albion Park in Queensland too. But wherever you're having a go, good luck and good punting.